You may not need to date to marry, but you need to date to make a decision. Okay? Date to find out if you like the person or not, or if they like you or not, right? Don't date just to date. It's pointless, right? The Bible has a lot to say about that as well. So dating is not the same as courting. And what Ruth and Boaz are beginning is this courting interaction that they're walking through, right? So, and the story of Ruth and Boaz really doesn't start out idyllically, right? We like to think of our Bible stories in a way where we put on the rose-colored glasses that Jesus puts on for us, that he looks at us with, and we like to look at our Bible characters in the same way. Well, obviously, if they named a book about her, they must be pretty good, right? You know? But the trick is that if we really look at Ruth's story, she's a widow, probably older than a maiden, right? And since she's already been married, the question of whether she can have children is in play, right? Because obviously she doesn't have any children at this point, and she's older and she's already been married. So she's got some baggage that she's walking into this scenario with. She's the caretaker and provider for her mother-in-law, and that's not going to change, right? There's some obligations and some things that she brings into this relationship that are going to have to be navigated, right? And I think, and in that way, we can all relate to Ruth in some way, right? That we're walking into a situation where there's some stuff that we have to navigate, but it's not impossible, right? God is still in it, and God is still working in these ways. And then you look at Boaz, right? Well, if he's all rich and has a field and so generous and so good, why is he single? Right? And when she says go hang out with the women in his court, how many women is that? Right? Like, what exactly is happening? We have some questions here that we need to ask, about Ruth and Boaz if we were going to date them, right? We would not just be like, well, your name's at the top of the page, so you're good, right? We'd have to be like, what's going on in this process, and who are the people? So a lot of people, when we date, we always look at our baggage and we say like, oh, we're just undesirable. There's nothing there. We've already been through this. We've already been through that. And he's like, and God's like, he starts this story that we're going to use for our courtship with two people with baggage, right? That need to work some stuff out. So you're not alone, and that's great, right?